Morning, guys. Morning. Come on, let's wait till past. Morning, Mr. Loop.
Nou, ik weet het niet.
Just wait another minute or so. Yeah, it's past. Just give it another minute. Nou, Zef. Morning. User, interesting name. Morning, Mr. Cozy. I've uploaded you like a WhatsApp. I've uploaded you because it's on board. No, yeah, I've just waited. It's past now, so if you can't hear and the others can, it'll be Joseph, it'll be the problem on your side. Okay, so I hope you can hear me all right. Well, let's just start off. I hope the weekend's going to be more fun. Getting a bit of a torrid time at the moment, I can tell you. I've got you could just a second. Yeah, having a bit of a torrid time, eh? Got this up, you can see. I thought we might get a bit of some sort of move up on the Swiss against the yen, and it was doing just nice. Remember, at 144.80 at one stage yesterday afternoon. I decided after chatting there with Fani that maybe I won't put the stop in at break even. I'll just hold and see what happens. And we stopped out and moved back right up. Well, of course, in hindsight, I wish I'd put modified the stop to break even. It was broken back down again, and that broke through the round figure 144. So I just say, I feel like you guys, the last 2-3 days, I'm an extremely torrid time. It's just, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know how to put this. You ask me, I don't know. Can't say any more sort of ego, trying to massaging myself or trying to think of a fabulous analytical reason. I'm just not sure. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I agree the Japanese was overbought at one stage, sorry, oversold at one stage, but now I think this is a strong currency. Why is it continuing to move down? And I honestly don't know. So I don't know. And this is why I hate it, because you get it wrong is the reason why, get it right is the reason why. If you don't know, you don't know. And it's confusing. Thank you, Sean. It's just completely confusing. I don't know what it's doing down there. I've not a clue. And say it's giving you a torrid time. When you get it wrong, sometimes you do. Sometimes you get it right. And you give no answers, whatever. I have no idea on this one. I think the trades were correct. I was happy to take them. And with reverse time, I'd do it again. And I think I'm stick with not moving the stop loss, decide against it, because I didn't want to miss out on a decent move. I really hit it hard. Nothing came back. And then it took out 144 and it's down again. And so where it's going to go from here, I haven't got a cooking clue. I have no idea. So if you're not in it, leave it. To be honest with you, I'm not sure we're going to get any trades out today. The non-farms coming up, the torrid time of the last couple of days, all these emotionally driven results of the economic calendar fundamentals coming out. It's not making a lot of sense. It's just overreaction. There's a lot of emotion flying out there. When you get a lot of emotion, not a lot of rationality, best to be very, very, very careful. Because it's, yeah, what can I say? Yeah. Yeah, well, there you are. I mean, it had just no sense at all. Let's look at CAD JPY. I thought that was a cracker. Now look at the damn thing. Now it's flirting my stop at 99.90. I'm certainly not going to move it this time. Well, I've never moved it away anyway. But I mean, yeah, I just can't make it out. Look at the daily, sorry, the weekly. Why isn't that hell? It's come off all this against a strong currency over the last few weeks, nearly 1,000 pips. A nice upward area. It's in the buying zone. It's come back to test it. Everyone's got this, thinks it's self-fulfilling. What is it doing down there? If you can tell me, I'll be a happy chaplain. No, you've got your stop. I can't say get out of it. I've got to get this through to you guys. I don't know what the bottom or the top is. Nobody on the planet does. So I can't say get out of it, because it might suddenly bounce. I can't make that call. It's your choice. I've got this stop in. It's only 30 pips away. I'm let it run. I hate to get out of it now. It bounces. And I've got my strategy. I worked out my volumes. I worked it out on 90 and 90. And I put my volumes accordingly on that risk. And I'm going to let it run. If it gets stopped out, so be it. But I'm not going to turn around and say, get out of it now. I don't know what's going to happen. I actually have not the slightest fucking clue what is happening now. Sorry to start off on that sort of note. Driving me potty. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah. These are good trades. What the hell's that mean? And that's when I get very frustrated, you know? Yeah. You got the answers right. Why did the exam fail? You know what I mean? So, yeah. Don't think joining it now. Something is so overcooked now, it must bounce. I thought of that when I did get in. So, go figure. So, all I'm doing now is keep my fingers crossed. That's about the most scientific thing I'm doing on this at the moment. Sorry, guys. All those years of study trading, hosting a trading room. My strategy at the moment is what's called take one finger and cross it over the next one and hold the fingers. Where's his complete gambling, Sean? Couldn't put him members up. That is an absolute total gamble. I'll tell you what, let's go for a trade. Let's flick a coin. Tails we buy it, heads we sell it. That's about the mess I've come up with. That's the strategy of it at the moment. Yeah, I'm probably getting a bit frustrated. Well, it's not just frustrating me. I mean, I'm just well, I've been doing it for a while. So, you know, you get a trade idea out. WhatsApp group. I've got a good hit rate, and quite frankly, yes, I do feel responsible. And everyone says no, it's up to them what they do, but no, I do. Build up a trust level, people around me, etc. And I can't stand letting them down. And I got the previous one didn't work out. I think it hit the stop. These two are doing just fine. I thought these two will make up for it. And then look what's happened here. So yeah, I think I'm just about stopped out. I think I can't remember stop is. No, it was a bit lower than that. No, I think I'm still in there. CAD JPY. Now my stop is about 30 pips, like I mentioned. So yeah, heads you win. Okay, tails it goes up, heads it goes down. Flip the damn. Oh, well, politically driven that. There's absolutely no right. I'm sorry I didn't know about got the link pulled yesterday, President Pala Pala. I recognize that. So what's going to do? I've got Business Day. I subscribe to it and minimize it. And I'm so flustered with what's happening in the United States, all those thousands of kilometers away. I forgot what was happening on my own doorstep until embarrassing in the last afternoon session. So look at the yen, not the yen, bloody yen on the mind, so my point. Look at the rand, and it was shot up to about 70, 80. And I thought, what is going on? In fact, nearly 18. What's going on here? Of course, it's the Ramaphosa thing. He's still not giving it up yet. He said he will step down rather than if it gets too much hassle. I don't personally even want to be in there in the first place, just nobody else. So he's worth about 20 billion rand, not dollars, rand. Still, it's an astronomical amount of money. And he, all those years, didn't say he won't go into politics, businessman, but there's nobody else around. And I'm not really attributing the fault to him. This thing where he got some couple of bucks under the cap. I don't really give a Continental. I'm more worried about if he goes, are we going to get more, one of the more corrupt swamp taking over, which will be really curtains, you know what I mean? Another Zuma years, otherwise we will definitely have a flood of those who can go and stuck with the poor guys who can't afford the airfare to stay, if you get my point. I hate to say it, there's really put another negative. Reading a survey, I think was it where the hell was it? A survey that from expat point of view, SAIF used to be one of the top ones. It's now dropped to number 50 at the bottom. They'd rather go to bloody Colombia than here. So it just shows what a complete mess these guys have made of it. Incredible. Well, this is my main worry, Sean. I mean, you know, I'll be honest, I've been concentrating much more on the American side because I'm doing with worldwide markets. So my political nous over here is probably not as good as a lot of you guys, you know what I mean? Because I don't watch it near me. So I forgot about Ramaphosa yesterday. I was completely concentrated on what's happening on the American side, all those miles away. So, just don't know what else are out there that can replace Theo. He's definitely the devil you know and the devil you don't know. And who's that billionaire guy? I forget his name now. He came out and said there's a lot of good guys out there, but they're not part of the club, the swamp. So they'll probably be pushed aside because on a lovely little setup there, and they care about nothing but themselves, like most politicians, I suppose. And yeah, so it's yeah. But to go down to an expat, the worst place to go from one of the best places to go, it's not a bad achievement 20, 30 years, eh? As we all do. Our boss, he's got a probably overseas because he's worried about it as well. And in Portugal, because they get citizenship and the rest of it. He says all he wants to do is live over here. But he's not happy with the setup. In fact, he's if he says out loud, he might get banned on Twitter or something because he's hectically against it. And anyone who's been around a long time, see a great infrastructure, one of the most leading infrastructure in Africa, not one of the most leading infrastructure in Africa, being a laughing stock. You know, in Botswana, if anyone's on here, I was up there, they're looking right down their nose at this carry on, I tell you. Yeah, I'm thinking going up to Botswana myself. Just work remotely from up there, no load shedding, none of this, no potholes, law and order. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Probably takes the years to build it and just a few years to destroy the whole setup. Unbelievable. And the systems going on out there. Unemployment rates over 50% in the under 25s, I believe, with no hope. Yeah, guys, you know, with degrees looking for a sort of a maid's job, domestics job, sort of thing. Yeah, yeah. No, I just not be out. I'll be out going. Just worry about the guys who haven't got the wherewithal to see this kind of thing through. More worried about them than me, actually. I'm okay. Okay, so yeah, that might be a point there, Brady. Might be a point. Yeah, I think they'll have to. That's probably the way it'll go. Yeah, like in the States. Except for the States, much more because it affects the world markets, and the Veep just steps in. The States the other way around, and Biden's bloody awful, but she's even worse. Quite an achievement, that. Yeah, steer around the potholes, Gary. I like that actually. Steer around the sodding potholes. Got a sense like that, yeah. One sentence, I like it. Okay, so make of the CAD JPY and the CAD CAD or what you will. I tell you right now, the MT5 will not be sending out any trade signal from the office. It has to be, to me, pretty damn good for me to post it on my group. So if you don't see anything there on my group, it's because I'm not going to post anything after these kind of things. We'll go figure. Why did it go wrong, Roger? Oh, this is the reason. I'm sorry about that. I fully apologize. Fair enough, but I cannot tell you at this stage. I can't give you an intelligent reason why. It can't be just emotional momentum trading. It's got to be some value somewhere in this Canadian against this yen, and certainly in the Swiss franc. Unreal. Look, it's come down to weekly, right? Let's put it on a daily. A couple of days, 230 pips, one of the most stable, if not the most stable and strong currencies in the world. It makes no sense. Yeah, I think it follows the American ones. Americans came up again. That's why if you moved your stop to, like we mentioned yesterday, to break even, you should be, I don't know what we're getting at, 75.91. No, you should be okay. No, you should be okay on that. That's coming off. But why it's going strong in the past is what you mean. Yeah, with all the political outside over there. I just think because they've got a lot of what you call it, like not hedge funds, but pound. What do you call it? I can't think of the right word for it. Protecting on an international basis. A lot of guys coming on that basis. Even that, because not exactly the GBP. The UK is exactly. It's inflationary, having enormous problems. Their systems start to fall through. The health system falling through. People are leaving the police force in droves due to the draconian PC rules they have. They can't arrest anybody. They even got anything other than a white guy, because then they get accused of racism. There's a situation, a lady, I don't know if she actually got fired, but she looks like she's going to get fired, asked a black guy, where are you from previously? I mean, he could have said he's in Yorkshire, he could have said Manchester, or, just that would be an innocent question. Like he might say, I heard your accent there, Sean, where are you from originally? Oh, we're from South Africa, okay. No, because he happen to have a black skin, they think, oh, well, being racist, what's a fire? It's getting so ridiculously out of hand. And of course, a lot of the guys are taking advantage of it. And so that exponential increase in knife crime and all sorts of things, and inflationary. So Grant's what doing up there. But again, I blame the Americans. They set up precedent. Everyone follows like bloody lemmings and sheep or whatever. And now it's completely becoming over the top. And the problem is not solving the problem. It's still a major problem. So by doing it this way, it's not helping it. Rather sit down and rationally talk about it, whatever. But yeah, gold held, by the way, I want to see more cheerful. I think gold held. I thought it might hold 1800 and start coming off. It is in the buy zone now, but if you want to buy a non-farm payrolls day, you got more bloody Rambo nerve than I have. But technically speaking, that's now the buy zone. But the non-farm, if the non-farms, in my opinion, comes up, not my opinion, will come out higher, I have no idea. Let's just say it does come out higher, for example. In my opinion, gold will come off, because more jobs means more inflation, means go back to high interest rates, which will be negative for the gold, negative the markets, and positive for the dollar. So now you say, what's that got to do with CAD JPY? Well, the CPI came out of the States a couple of weeks ago, and looking at the dollar, it fell. It was non-inflationary, fell through the floor, and the CAD went with it. And what's the CAD got to do with it? Next door neighbor and sympathy, maybe, I don't know. That sort of thing that's emotional, and that's it's like trying to have a rational conversation with the guys that had half a bottle of whiskey in him, Blue Label or no bloody Blue Label. I know it's the next year. I'll be around. I'll be around for trading. Even trading on close on the 21st. Between Chris and you, I'm around. Anyone wants to look at the trade and have one, I'll still post it if you still guys want to do that. It'll be a thin market, but I'll still be there. But no, the opportunities, but I just get a bit frustrated when this happens. So if we find something today, it'll be you guys coming up almost certainly. Because I'm leaving well at the moment. It's making absolute diddly sense to me. far too irrational. I'm glad you agree. Makes me feel a bit better. Everything's going south. It's a complete mess. And the Conservative government is about as conservative as my backside. It's supposed to, conservative over there is supposed to be good for capitalists. It's supposed to be good for business. And not. They all seem to be looking after themselves, looking after their own political future, making the right noises, whether it means anything or not, it's irrelevant, as long as it sounds good, you know. Well, there you are then. There you are. And you've been doing it for a while. It's not as if you've been doing it for 5 minutes. So you're doing it well. And yeah, exactly. I mean, I had like the goal there, technically speaking, survive, but then again, non-farms could screw the whole system up. And then it doesn't, you didn't go for the buy, it's 30.
State of mind is, and even as it's outside, these windows are locked. So I'm not sure. I'll get after this.
So I've just moved you all because that might be a serious question on the markets, but it didn't sound like it to me. So I'm assuming it wasn't. So I'll mute you all, excuse me. Always unmute, as you know. We mentioned about the dollar index might get down to 104. It's now 104.57, so that might happen, but that could turn around this afternoon. We've got a couple of trades out when Powell was speaking, and then of course, by sheer bad luck, it went the wrong way. So I'm very, very hesitant at the moment. I'm in the market in the CAD, JPY and CHF, JPY. That's all I'm in the moment. I'm out of everything else. I took out my S&P, every other bloody thing, and I got my stops protected. We get stopped out, so be it. But then again, to be honest, I'm not worried about me. I'm okay, Jack. I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about you guys. And I mean that. And good faith goes for my signals, and I've had a lot of praise on the quality of them. I don't want to stuff up my bloody brand name by the Americans doing daft stuff. So I'm going to be pretty. I sound like I'll be posting today. So guys new to my QT WhatsApp group, sorry, but I doubt I'm posting it down. I usually get 2 or 3 hours, and I have up to now been pretty good. Say myself. I mean, Heron's a good example. Asked me a couple of questions like GBP CAD. Look at that, actually, good point there. And I totally agree with your point on that. You're due for a short. I think it was due for a short here. I thought it was due for a short here. I thought it was due for, it might become right there. But look at this candle on the daily. It's still indecision. I mean, what the hell is it doing up there? This is good for a short 3 times before. That's why I'm very, very reluctant to short it now. And I cannot see what's doing up there, so I can't bring myself to buy it. And it's backed up the buy themselves. Look at that. When you see that kind of candle nearly 10 hours into the day, it means none of them out there have a cooking clue that's going to go up or down. And there's guys there paid a large amount of money with the best computer system in the world, PhDs in it, no doubt. They haven't got a cooking clue where that's going to go. So if they don't ask you guys to expect to know. And if you do and you get it right, I'm not going to be rude, but I think you're lucky. Yeah. So one thing about myself, I might be loud, but what you see is what you get. And when I'm wrong, I'm not going to make up some fob off story to BS you guys and say, I don't bloody know. Like you, I'm with all this social media BS, I'm trying to stand up and say, let's just have at least a BS-free area for a pleasant change, because it's getting, if you go on Instagram and that, what the BS goes on there. Everything's getting out, whether it's confirmed story or not. It's the name of the game. About getting the ratings up on the advert sensation, like getting facts on the subject there. Okay, right. So if you've got a trade idea to look at, I'm not going to go for short on this, by the way, to answer your question. You said something else, forget which one it was as well. Yeah. What's my opinion on farms? Don't know. So if you've got some trades to look at, you haven't, fair enough. If you want some, well, it's a bit of sort of, not really supposed to train, but go over some stuff for newer guys, even older guys, it doesn't really matter. We can discuss. Completely new, you want to ask a couple of questions, I don't mind spending the time on that. Maybe get some value on the learning curve, but I wouldn't get too cute with the market at the moment. Again, don't know, to be honest. I think it's seriously overcooked. It's in the buy area here. So in theory, technically speaking, we'd be correct to go and buy it. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, then the weekly, I wouldn't buy it on the weekly, it's coming up there. But then again, go figure. I mean, non-farm's coming out, so I'm definitely not going to go for it. Would I risk shorting it there? I think probably in normal circumstances, yes, I would. I think the dollar's seriously oversold and the euro's been overbought at the moment. Normally speaking, that to me is an excellent area to sell. How far is it? It's only 45 pips in this area here. Stop up there somewhere, either wait to sell it there or here or whatever. Absolutely not touching it. GBP, you think of buying it? Well, good luck, mate. We just talked about GBP, all the problems they got. What the hell's that pound doing up there? And how far on the weekly, remember, this is? All right, a long way away, fair enough. 150 pips. It's in the buy zone. On the daily, it's a buy. Simple as that. I ain't doing it. If you want to do it, good it. Technically speaking, sure, that's a buy. A buy sell. Now that's a better one. Here, let's put the risk calculator up for buy sell. I like it. You know what's going to happen then? It won't move. It will not move. Just to stuff us up, Sean. Put a buy sell in and the damn thing doesn't move. So I get a rock and throw it at the bloody computer screen. So just say anyone new there, if you're suffering a bit the last couple of days, you're not alone and it ain't your fault. Certainly not mine. We've got to blame someone. So I'm going to blame Sean and Philip because those are two names that are coming from me in the chat line. So there's the ones to go and send hate mail to. It's all their fault. But you won't be able to get him anyway because he's on the golf course. Now that's intelligent. I'm not going to be put off, are you? You're going to find something good for you. Yeah, but where is this range or do you want to take it from there? The pound is quite a distance on here. Remember, on the pound, for some reason, out of the charts, a couple of centimeters is a large amount of pips compared to the others. But yeah, buy to take it up there is what you're suggesting. I'm not sure about the UK economy. The June's quite strong at the moment. It's in the sell zone. So I'm not sure I'd be buying to take it up there, range or no range. Would I sell it to take it down here? Preferably maybe a sell, might be, but the pound's doing some funny things. And then again, look, the buyers are coming in to defend it. I don't know. I really don't. I'm not being bloody awkward or anything like that, just being bitter and twisted here. I mean this. On a serious professional note, it's in on a, what you call it, support for a range trade using that. I get you completely on that. However, it is in the sell zone, and is the pound that great? But is the New Zealand still not doing too badly? So you'd be selling the Kiwi and buying the pound. Ooh. Stop down here, up there. Yeah, you could do it to the body. You definitely get a risk reward. I'm chicken on it, but I buy on it if you want to do that. But it's up to you. You might get some support there. Yeah, agreed, Sean. Totally agree. Oh, sorry, on the weekly. Thanks for reminding me. Do beg your pardon. Sorry, I look at the weekly quite right. Put it 85, 86 pips stop. Take it up to there. You just squeeze about a 1.5 risk reward. Just about squeeze it. I'll put it up if you want it, but I'm hesitant. But I take your point. Well, there isn't a sell zone, I take your point. I will give you a risk reward 1.9284. That's not going to work. I don't want to stop above that, so I'll take it up there. That just about squeeze it there. There you are. The range trade if you want to do the request to do it. You guys, I think we better stand aside on this. Hey, funny, hey. As it turned out in retrospect, I should have put the stop at entry on the CHF JPY. Hey, it was looking so good when I had the supper last night. It was, you know, the 144.80 or whatever it was. What was the figure again? CHF JPY. Yeah, 144.80. Then look what happened. Everyone protected, so I say I'm all right. To worry about mine, I'm more frustrated actually. But for you guys, I'm a bit. So yeah, if you want to do that one for range trade, choice. Anyone want to join Gerard on the range trade? I'm going to stand aside this. Anyone want to join Gerard? I won't be posting it, by the way, but just to tee our guys. No, it's aggressive. I want to do something. Do you want to join Gerard on it? Your fault. I'm far from your fault. Yes, it is your fault. It's all your fault, Father. Quite right. No, I chose it. It was a rational choice, and I still think even now it was the correct choice. So there you are. I still think it was the correct choice. And if I had put it then and kicked out, I'd have said no. I'd be led astray by you, and I was wrong, even though I'm down on it. I still say it was the right choice. Give the thing a chance. Probably look the other side of my face next week, but she's screaming up, and I'm 150 pips in profit. I think it's Mr. Vandenberg today. I saw the face quickly, so I think it's the husband on today. So should we all tell him about what his wife Anne-Marie said behind his back when he wasn't on? Should we all do that, eh? Spoil his weekend for him. Okay, so no one wants to join Gerard. I'm sorry, including myself, but might turn out okay. The idea is not bad at all. And it's certainly not a dollar product, so that's good. Well, the US dollar, that is. Okay. CAD JPY. Look at it, look at it. So that's my worry, even on the 15-minute. It seems to be consolidating. Doesn't know who's going to go back. It might get to 100, might stop me out. And I'm sure to God get a bounce there. I don't know. I don't know why it's in the weak zone. You know, I've got the stops in, nothing else I can do. This damn yen, yeah. Maybe they're exporting more, getting themselves out of the trouble there, strengthening it, and something to think of. Who's been buying Toyotas behind my back to strengthen that yen? I think Farn's been buying a fleet of Toyotas for his new car hire fleet. That's stuffing up my yen trades. That's not a bad way of putting it. That's not a bad way of putting it, actually, because you make the decision quite right, the information at hand. I can't expect to know nobody can expect to know every single publication, every single instrument, and every single occurrence around the world. That's absolutely impossible. So what the information given, I personally think I'm experienced, and I'll pat myself a bit good enough to make the correct decision on that information. I think I like that. Yeah. On that information available time, that decision was correct. Yeah. Yeah. He bought 100,000 Toyotas in the Middle East. I see you're joking, yeah. You must have done, you're quite right. Well, I do know, on a more sort of lighter note, that the Saudis are buying all their football players in the World Cup for winning that match against Argentina at the top of the range, out of the box, brand new Rolls Royce. Not that means anything to the modern football player. They're probably on that in a week. Oh, really? Somebody bought 100,000 Toyotas or $100,000 worth? 100,000 Toyotas. Wow. Well, there we are then. There's the answer then. 100,000. What's a Toyota cost? What's it in rands? About 250, 300,000 rand. I don't have a Toyota. 10,000, yeah, about $20,000. That's about 50 billion, $40 billion of bloody The $40 billion order will definitely have an effect on the yen deposit. It's an export, strengthen the yen. Oh, well, there it is then. Maybe we should stop whining, get me facts. Okay. Did it? Did it to stop? Yes, it's at the stop. You bloody star short. She's serious. 100,000, that's $20 billion. That's not the top quick mathematics off the top of my head. That is shock. Well, no wonder the yen strengthened. That's fact. I'm sorry, we never see in the media. I'm wondering if it's fact or not. It's so much fake news, you know. Anyway, whatever. That's at the TP. And that was John Williams. I'm not sure he's on at the moment, but yeah, that's a nice one. So that's a definite winner we did. Good. NGAS was doing well. Let's pull back a bit, but still it's okay. S&P, is it still, I think this S&P still seem to be sort of okay-ish. Where is it now? Where is it? Yeah, surprising or not, we're sort of just around about the break-even-ish, slightly better on the S&P, and at least that's okay. Well, thanks. For anyone who did the FTSE trade, that did pretty well. Well, that hit the TP. Nice one. Well, that puts a bit of smile back on the face, hey? Okay, sorry, Gerard, could you come up with something else? Oh, Tom's got something else there. GBP, JPY. Maybe you should sell it down by the yen, eh? What do you want to do with this? You want to sell it? So the neutral zone, do you want to buy it to take that out or send to bring it back down here? In case someone else buys another 100,000 Toyotas, you know? What do you want to do with the Sego? It's a bit of a short-term trend line there, might do it. Anyone want to do this one? It's on the round figure. Anyone want to take a buy on this one to take it up? Okay, it looks like I'm not keen. I presume you're looking to sell. But if you're looking at buy, it's pretty close. I'm not sure we're buying it at the moment. I'm not sure I'll do anything with it, to be honest. Anyone see a possible trade here? It could be a buy on the weekly. A sell on the 4. Do we do a buy sell on it? A sell on the 1 hour. And maybe a buy on the weekly and a buy sell on this one here. That's it for everyone at the moment. I think I'll pounded you a bit of a maverick. Now you're doing a maverick against the headache job. I'm not keen, to be honest. Anyone not join the Sega? You can get able to buy it or sell it. For the record, I don't want to do either. But the weekly gives it as a buy, and the others seem to give us a bit of a sell, eh? Okay, GBP NZD. Well, for a range trade, you probably would have bought it, eh? We'll see what happens. What's it done last 15 minutes? Okay. Might get a bit of profit taking because shorter term trades would use this as resistance to profit take and maybe even sell it. Yeah, sorry. Hi, Felix. Yeah, it's still weak. It's come off a bit. Finally mentioned, until we go along with it at the moment, it could get to 104. It's at 104.57. It was down at 104.50 earlier on. It's still very much the weak area. good chance of 104. The only change that is the fundies coming out later on. At the moment, it's pretty weak. How long that will last, I don't know. But it's weakening at the moment. Have you got that? I'll put it on there. You should have it chart anyway. I'll just put it on again. You should be having this chart, Felix. And you can check it out for yourself. Simple as that. I'll put the economic calendar on for you. I take you've all got the position size calculator. Everyone's got this. If you haven't, you don't. Tell me, and I'll show you how to get it. And you do know shares are different, and that's an Excel spreadsheet, different calculator, different properties, different leverage, different opening and closing times. There is a difference. Don't say how many lots of Amazon do I get, because it's a share. It's not a forex, you know. Well, if you want to do that, yeah. Maybe wait till it comes out and check the momentum. Is the no. If you want, you can go to the App Store. I don't ask me to recommend because I never use it on the phone. I'll be honest, I can do it in my head now in practice, so I don't really need it. But and I don't need. I have the phone for mobility in case I'm in Pick and Pay or out and about just for mobility. But yeah. But anyway, the answer is no. Not you have to go to the try and see if you can find one in the App Store. If you did that one, Gerard, did you do this one? Seems to be doing okay at the moment from a range perspective. It's going up as we speak. Seems to be happening for you. Good, well done. Definitely a Rambo there, good man. Not a bad trade actually, comes in. It's yeah, bottom of the range, the daily. And stuck with that range back since October 27th. So not a bad one, over a month now. Why not? Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's not a bad trade. That's not Rambo-ish at all. Range trade, why not? Anyway, well done, John. Wish you here to congratulate you. FTSE 100 went and hit the TP. Well bloody done. There's $1 of the rand. What's that doing now? The Ramaphosa is still in the causing problems. Been hovering around about this area here for most of the day, right about that area. Great to see what he's going to come up with next. If he does say, I'm jacking it in, depending who takes his place, you could get an even weaker round. But I wouldn't bet on that either. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people complain about brokers, always do, but I mean, nothing to do with me. I can't really, the company sets it, and that's the end of that. You get better broker fees in America simply because the volumes are different. I mean, we got millions volumes, they got billions in volumes, so they can actually crush the fees of it. But then again, you've got to deal with overseas, you have minimums, and you won't get the service. I think it's worth the hassle. I've had an overseas account, it's a hassle. Fantastic, Sean. Now do a nice big one now to pay for my weekend because I've got expensive tastes. You're a JPY for sure. What do you think? I mean, it's on resistance, I can see that. The yen seems to be doing very strong at the moment. In the neutral zone, do you see more downside? We're going to put the stop above today's high. 90 points, 90 pips. Yeah, definitely get a risk reward. You take it down there. The momentum's down. I see no evidence any buyers. If you don't reach TP, you might get 40, 50 out of it. What do you think? Okay, we'll try that if you want that. Pretty aggressive on a non-farm stay, but at least it's not $1. Put it up there, the stop. Make it 140, make it around 100 pips. And down here, we'll take it down here. Make 139.40. Whether reach there or not, you know, it doesn't really matter too much as long as you're stopped out in the profit. You know, what the hell's up there? Go Japan, you go. If you're going short on this one now, you want to buy the yen, absolutely go Japan, go. Anyone want to do this one? You're definitely fishing now, I get that. At least you're making an effort. Instead of sitting there like me, feeling sorry for myself, you're getting on with it. No, country doing brilliantly. Anyone want to join Gerard in this one? Ignore the bloody clucking host. Anyone want to do this one? Zeph seems to support you there. Good man having your side. Just need Anne-Marie to make up the team, eh? Shifra likes it. Jared likes it. Well, there you are. Stop moaning and start getting it going. Just give me a moment. I'll write that down. Don't see anything stopping this yen at the moment. Helps if you know 100Ks of cars are being bloody well bought by somebody. That will definitely be a positive. 142.60. 139.40. Well, yeah, in hindsight, Sean, everyone's in hindsight. Don't forget, a lot of people forget this, including myself, you can actually modify the TP. You so get in the habit of modifying the stop and forget the TP can be modified as well. Yeah, well, that's normal. If you really want to make some money for somebody, tell everyone you're getting out of that trade and everyone will jump in. That always happens. As soon as you get out, always happens. That's one thing I can guarantee in the trading business. The moment you get out, it flies off if you're going short. But anyway, you made a profit. And it's paid for your weekend, that's fine. Trouble is, hadn't paid for your wife's weekend. She's high maintenance, Sean, so you better go and get another decent trade. Here's one for you. She apparently, I've heard, Sean, she spends more on a lipstick than you pay on spending your beers at the rugby club. Hectic, eh? Second, my husband. Brilliant. Well, now we've got it. It's popped up 8 pips. Yeah, charming. Okay, we'll see how that goes anyway. It's really cost more than the ticket to watch the final of the World Cup. Then you know she's got expensive tastes. See, Japan is through, Germany around, eh? Okay, well done, guys. You've got something out there. Let's have a look at his favorite 2 couples here, CAD CHF, so CAD JPY. Still going down. CHF JPY, hovering but not doing much. Okay. Well, it looks like the yen is just getting stronger and stronger. So there you are. So we reverse it. Now we've got the weak zone, Canadian and US, middle zone, Swiss franc and the euro, and the pound, and the Japanese yen, the strong zone. There we are. Things have changed. For sure. You're a very short-term trader with spreads and commissions, etc. Just be careful of that, because you've got to make sure you get enough meat on the bones to make it worth your trade. Well, clearly on a weekly one, well, it's fairly obvious to sell. Sorry, so the hourly one, clearly it's a sell. Broken through, but I wouldn't be using the hourly one. Yeah, maybe on the euro dollar, spreads the tightest there. maybe even gold, but otherwise, I'm not too sure about that. That's up to you anyway. On the hour, it's a sell. No, hourly cheap. Oh, okay, all right. Still, even on the hourly, you want quite a hectic stop loss. Maybe bring it down here. 142.35, and the TP, we don't really have one on the TP, so I have to go to 4 hour for TP. Daily. 142.35, that's a hell of a wide stop for an hourly one. And make it make it 140. Make it 140.20 as your TP. To be honest, that's starting to look quite good, this one, isn't it? Did you get that, Jim Sunny? Yeah, but that wouldn't be an hourly chart. That's a different story for an hourly chart. I'll put it up here. 142.34. There you are. 35. I'll write it down, probably easier for you. One. PM of Britain. PM of Britain's not doing a thing. It's the president of the ECB, European Central Bank, Lagarde. She's speaking. That's at well, she already has done before this early this morning. But nothing on the pound today. Well, Gerard, fishing, but looks like you got a fish on the line. Well, bloody done. It's the fishing biting. Yeah. Okay, let's see if you can find something. Okay, well, there you are then. Polanyi's it. So you might have got something here. Well, bloody done if it works out. I don't doubt you want to short. I want to short it. I'm not going to short it today. That's a long technically, but it's overcooked. I get that. But then you could have that dollar. Yeah. If you want, it's up to you, but I'm leaving it. I've been kicked around these fundamental last couple of days. I'm not a sucker for punishment. Probably one time I don't to cap it in, but that's just pure luck in the draw. What comes out of the three is pure luck. You can go either way. Yen turning, I mean, turning to weaken a bit. I'm sure what you mean by that. Not according to this, it ain't. Okay, good stuff to Masani. It should be working out. Well, bloody done if it does. Okay. Yeah, sorry guys, it's I plan to do some basics, not full training course, but if anyone wants to ask some stuff, just to by the by, you know, have a chat on that with pleasure. But unless you find a trade, so say I'm going to stay cool today on that one. Let's see any end in sight this one. Yeah, now down around figure again. That could be incredible. Yeah, sure, not a bad idea. I agree. Weekly, it's a buy. Maybe, yeah. Still see a bit of upside coming in there. No, never. Yeah. Well, I'm not enjoying it actually. To be honest, I hate it like this. Because I'm such my body language is so open, nothing particularly closed or to about me. You can see when I'm gleeful, you know, other times not just chase going wrong, just to understand it, things funny. It's basically out of my control at the moment. So I can say I do some training on the off chance you want it. I can happily do all that, enjoy it, in fact. But when it happens, I go figure. I'd rather just leave it alone. I try to use skill here, not a flip of the coin. Okay, Brad, it's not resistance. Oh, yes, what you mean. Okay, with you now, yeah. Yeah. If you're going long, it's at support. Why, do you want to go and buy this now? Again, I promise you guys, I wouldn't get cute at the moment. That we were stuffed around the CPI a couple of weeks. We were stuffed around Powell yesterday, Thursday, Wednesday. Was it yesterday? Wednesday, that's right. Whatever it was, anyway, stuffed around by him then. We get not his fault this time. And the report coming out was 3, that's what it is. Nobody's fault that. But anything could happen. We could go shooting up, resistance or no technicals. It's the fundamental control at the moment on that. We call that, Brady. It's fundamental control. We don't know how that's going to pan out. And that will overcome the technical. Technically speaking, yeah, I could bounce from there, but I wouldn't do it. Absolutely, Brady. I'd strongly recommend you wait till then. Two sideways. I mean, you know, why would you want to sell it now? I mean, the Saudis are meeting on Sunday. They haven't given any indication. They'll look at the oil price. They haven't given an indication whether they will close the taps to get it up a bit. But their meetings, so anything could happen on the oil. It's going to happen on the meeting on Sunday. Might go into the Monday. I don't know. Some take a couple of days because in nice hotels with nice food. I don't know. But the bottom line is the meeting on Sunday, and if they do decide to open the taps, close the taps off a bit because they wanted it back above 90, they might go ahead and do it, or they might just leave it. They haven't given any indication which way, so I have to wait and see. So I know I would be shorting it, no. If you're in it, modify your stop. If you're out of it, leave it alone. That's I'll leave Zeph to go for that for you. He's a trader of that one. Did well in a short, eh? That's on the weekly, remember? Coming out of support. No buyers have entered as yet on the weekly. If you get a bounce, let's go to shorter term one here, 15-minute. No evidence of buyers coming in, so it still looks like the momentum is down. But Sean Smiley's already in there. Let's take his profits or modified or whatever. So what do you think, Sean? You more of an AUDNZD guy? We seem to be doing that. Do you think you should get in and join it now for a more downside? It's broken through on the weekly here, breaking through at least in the sell zone. There is a bit of resistance here, but not much. Would a fib help? That would be no, I'm going to put the other way around for fib. That'll work. Sean sees some more downside. If you want to get a stop, what about the daily? Applies that. Only 70 pips use the daily. Go to the weekly, you can look at a TP. Maybe around here. Okay, anyone want to short this one? Sorry, Philip, before you go, we don't have one this afternoon. There's no PM session on a Friday. Bear that in mind. Hi, John. Well done, your footsie. You know, we're all moaning now. We didn't modify the TP to take more profit. You can't win, eh? Okay, well, then we can do that then. Put it up for you. That was a nice one. Well done, mate. 70 pips on it. So one, no, it's not. $1.0724, 70 pips there. And the TP, take it down to $1.05, make it a round figure. I want to chase it down further, Zeph. You're going to chase it down further. You're a trader. Give them some moral support if you want to do it. I ain't doing it for record, but it doesn't mean you got it. I didn't do it last time. You came right. Yeah. Just try to hit the stop loss. You're right. CHFJPY, looks like something's where as well. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, what was this one? This was the AUDNZD. Okay, so Jeff doesn't want to go in now, so maybe you should hold back. It's up to you. For the record, I'm not. Okay, I'm not keen. Okay, Jared, fair enough. So if you want to do that, there you are. Okay, I was just not keen. I suggest you leave it. I'm certainly not keen. Has it hit there yet? It's just hit there. Just about. Check. I think wait till Monday, guys. Yeah. Yeah, it's hit the, it's just stopped me out now, yeah. Okay, we've got a few minutes left. Anybody want to go over anything? You all got your charts set up. You all know how to save your charts, the templates. You've got the economic and DXY links. Anything you want on those basic areas you want to ask about? For sure. Yeah, and do not forget, 3:30 non-farm jobs report, non-farm payrolls. Do not forget. Be very careful with that. We don't want tears afterwards because you went in and the thing just screamed out and knocked you out. So yeah. What did you want to do with this one again? I've forgotten. This is that's right, as a buy. It's doing okay. Hey, you got it what, 191.60 or something? I haven't written it down. So, you know, just the guys want to do a quick aggressive trade. But yeah, you took it. You're only 20 pips. Well spot. It's a nice range trade. Well done. AUD so weak that should, in theory, be a great sell. Hey? That's the theory. I watch it. I'm going to watch it. I'm not touching it. Yeah. Oh, dollar yen. Yeah. I'm looking for a buy, but what about this yen? And what about the dollar as well? Yeah, see, it's not holding there. I looked at it earlier on and used the reason. Look at that. It's not holding. The 50 is no bounce. You can't touch it now unless you want to sell it, which I'm not keeping on. So again, leave it alone. There's no bounce there, and it could have get a bounce. I think it's going to be a bit lackluster. I do know what's going to happen later on. I wouldn't be going in that. It has indeed, yeah. But this is another one we can keep an eye on. The few to keep an eye on, I think, going at the moment. Probably going to get stopped down CHF JPY. It's coming off still. Got mine at 38, 68 at the moment. Okay, anything else to discuss? Because I don't want to waffle away and I don't want to encourage people to jump in on something because they're bored or they need to do it and then they get smacked by the fundamental. It'd be a bit of a waste that. If you're aggressive, you know what you're doing, you want to do it, that's your choice. I presume you want to sell this. The dollar's weak at the moment. So the week, it's definitely on the weak zone, the weekly. There's a bit of resistance here, to be fair. Do you want to chase it further down? I wouldn't be buying it now. But I wouldn't be buying it. If you're looking for a short, it's resistance there. Again, on this one, I'd leave it alone. But do you feel you should? What do you want to do with it? You want to sell it? You want to sell it? Okay, well, that's up to you. Okay, we'll do this one anyway. So, do you want to sell this or buy it? I don't want to do anything with it. Leave it. Right on support. Dollar's coming out 3:30, like I said about 1,000 times. Swiss is quite strong, so if you're going to sell it, I would sell this against the Swiss, to be fair. But the Swiss is suffering against the JPY. There's too many balls in the air without anyone seem to land in any specific direction. So up to you. If you want to do it, great. Anyone wants to back you up, I'll put the calculator up for you with absolute pleasure. But I would definitely leave it. And I'd definitely leave gold. That will be affected. GBP CHF. That might be a better option, actually, covering it. That might be a better option. I think we could start getting on the weekly, yes, some downsides with the daily. Yeah, there could be some downside on this one. There's a possibility, I think it's a bit overcooked, might come off a bit. That to me is a possible one. How far away is it going to be? We put it there, squeeze it there, and take it down there. There's a possibility of this. It's not over enthusiastic, but it's a bit better than some of the other probabilities. Well, you should be doing all right. It's coming off, eh? Well done, Marcus. You're quite right, actually. If you get fixated in your head, that's stronger or weaker. If the momentum's down, join the momentum. Absolutely. Might not make sense, but if that's the momentum, so be it. I always use Jerry Springer, that show of his. Made no sense to me. That would be successful, but it was. Join the momentum. Yeah, well done. But yeah, that to me is a possibility to sell if you want to do it. I'm not that keen, but it's certainly not a bad one. If you put the stop above here and take it down here, do you want to have a go at that one as a sell, or wait till Monday? Do you want to put the risk up? Anybody? The calculator up for this one? Before we go on that one, anyone do it, or I'm going to move on if I get no feedback. Yeah, I'm not getting feedback. Move on. Leave it alone. I'm definitely leaving it alone. It's a possibility if you want to sell it. Okay. Let's go back. So you're selling now the Swissy and then buying the yen. I was thought unbelievable not so long ago, but it's happening. I'm just about to get stopped out on that. It's got a bit of resistance there. Just be a bit careful. But the momentum's there. No sign of buyers. If you got in already, modify your stop to entry, and then you take the risk out and maybe just plummet further for whatever reason. I never thought I'd see this showing. Never thought of this. Okay. Tend to agree with you on that, Marcus. Tend to agree with you. Can't seem to hold above 12,000. Tried yesterday. Look at it. Came off. Tried the day before and hovered. I think the 12,000 looks like it's going to hold. But then again, if Powell comes up with something that's anything to do with dovish, the right way around, Yeah, anything to do with hawkish, right way around, hawkish, then that will come off. If it's dovish, it will jump up. Not house, sorry, the non-farm payrolls. If the non-farm payrolls are a lot lower than expected, I think we could get a bit of a jump in this. If they're quite a bit higher than expected, it'll bring back the old ogre of the interest rate increase, and then I think that will disappear downwards. Just bear that in mind. So you want to do it, I think it might be prudent to be out before 3:30. Yeah, well, you'll say usually they have a move up in December, yeah. Stocks, funny enough, some reason in the past has seemed to have a habit of doing quite well in December, yeah. But that's something several this year, just bear that in mind. Well, it's not a stock, but it is an index of stocks. But then generally speaking, stocks do well and make up the index, it should theory carry it. Okay, but apart from non-farms, yeah, I think 12,000 building, technically speaking, I think, yeah, we might get a bit of downside. We'll see what happens later anyway. Something like that, yeah. In unison, basically, yeah. Agreed. Could have, yeah, agreed. Okay, right. Any newer guys want to ask any questions? Anything you're not sure about? Clarify, just as long as you don't ask what the gold price is going to be in half an hour. But yeah, you're a JPY. You like that, do you? Okay, you want to short it, I presume. Seem to be buying the end's the name of the game. Do you want to short it? So I'll put the figures up. Do you want me to put something up for you? Or buy it, whatever. What do you want to do? You want to put the calculator up? Oh, you know already. Okay, fair enough. You're doing okay, no wonder. Very good fishing, yeah. I actually don't think, I think it's pretty well good. Yeah, I'm going to like what you guys are doing here. Maybe just go for a momentum trade. Makes no sense, but the momentum's going in that direction. Might as well take advantage of it. So instead of rationalizing, scratching your head and watch the thing fall and you're not on board, rather than, you know, say, well, that's what they want. That's what the sellers want. Join the buggers. I think gold might fall as well. Again, depending what figures come out. Not really, no, never. In fact, not really, no. Actually, no, never have, no. Secret bait, yeah. No, I've never traded Nikkei. No other reason, plenty of other stuff, but all the other stuff to trade, so never bothered. Nothing more technical than that, just haven't bothered. No. If I'm going to trade an index, it's going to be an American one. They set the trend, the others follow. How far would it fall? Ah, right, I can tell you exactly to the cent how far it would fall. Could come down to start with, maybe somewhere around about here, 1780-ish. If that breaks, maybe down to 1760, 1750, something like that, if it comes off. Good, if you're in, it looks promising, I'm happy for you. If you want to go in and you want the calculator, please tell me. Looks promising, doesn't tell me anything at all, to be honest. I'm not sure you want the calculator or what. You need more specific, I'll put up with pleasure. So it could come down to that, could come out there at 1750, depending on what happens later on this afternoon. We're fighting blind till those figures come out, trust me. Try and jump the gun, look what happened to CPI, look what happened on Wednesday. Yeah? See my point? I'm going to pat myself this morning. I've been trying to play with these fundies, and it's come back and smacked me in the face. So I'm going to keep away from it until Monday. I'm certain I'm going to post to my client stuff and then come back because it's just going to lose my brand name. It's not going to happen. But if you want me to guess, I'll guess it's going to go down. That's a guess. But you know, you're a J price, right? Hit the stop loss, is it? So that's a good start to the bloody weekend. Yeah, hit the stop. Well, if you end on that momentum, yeah, maybe I should say momentum's down. Makes no sodding sense. Go for it. Then you ask me, why do you go for a short on that one? It doesn't make any sense to move in that direction. Okay, let's go. Probably have a good hit rate. Actually, might get a 90% hit rate doing that. Called momentum trading. Maybe give that a bash. So my wonderful new group WhatsApp, I've had about 3 trades now on the trot to gone against. Should have posted the FTSE, I didn't. No. Yeah, 1800's a round figure. I couldn't agree more, Marcus, but that doesn't mean anything if a fundamental comes out. It doesn't mean anything. I can talk to you blue in the face. We don't know what's going to happen ~3, and it could jump up to 1900, come down to 1600. I don't know. That's exaggerating, but you know what I mean. You're completely fighting blind when you got big funding coming out around the corner. That's why in the strategy room, non-farms, very rarely, if ever, they send out a trade idea. Even if it's not dollar, it could be a yen, it could be what's that going to do it. All get affected. So yeah. And you know, it's guesswork. You can think as much as you like, but you don't know till it comes out. People say looks promising. What does that mean? To go in or what? I think you took a short and this is doing okay. Hey, guys, you're smiling. Well done. You're fishing well there, my friend. Going well. I see some happens to get your point. It looks promising is incredibly vague. It doesn't really work. Okay, yeah. I think it looks very promising. To do what? Yeah. If it can hold below 141, you're going to be laughing, guys. I'd be bloody pleased, actually. TR's come out with something. Well done. Did extremely well. Well done, guys. My guess is I have no idea. I don't know, maybe down or up. I haven't a clue. Can't even guess it. Haven't the slightest idea. This is experience talking. I've seen all indicators expecting high, and it's been the opposite, and sometimes correct. Until it comes out, nobody except the person who releases it and put the figures together knows it. And they won't tell anybody on pain of going to jail for bloody life. We see this in the office before COVID. We used to have just fun bets in it. Do you go up or down? Just like a gambling on the lottery, we don't know. I like this one to show, not now, but this one I look for short, despite the Swissy being a bit weak at the moment for reasons beyond me, or maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's Japanese strength. Yeah, Aussie is weak. Swiss, I don't know why it's weakest at the moment, but also we know why it's weak. I think it's possibly a downside, but look at that can. It's nearly 11 hours old, and it's a completely no follow through, complete indecision. Again, wait till Monday. You want to sell the yen now, do you? Okay. Not me being negative, it's me being factual here. Be careful of markets times like this. This is where people force it, and then that's when they get burned. Okay, then they suddenly found their figures of 6 winners and 2 losers become 6 winners and 4 losers. You get the idea? GBP JPY, you want to buy it. Morris wants to buy this. Because I'll tell you why I know he wants to buy it. It's come down to support there. And the yen looking might be exhausted and it might jump up again. Has it reached exhaustion? I took an exhaustion on the CAD JPY just now, and the CHF JPY just now, yesterday. Thought it'd be exhaustion. That didn't occur. It's still coming off. So I wouldn't go for it now. If you want some help from maybe Herald, would you think you should go for this one now for a buy? Come back to see a head and shoulders on that, okay. You won't sell the yen. I'm not selling the yen yet. No indication about selling the yen. I've been thinking about selling the yen and gone for it, and the bloody thing keeps on strengthening. So yeah, this is the 1 hour chart. So is that right? 1 hour chart. Beg your pardon. Talk this head and this head shoulders here. That's for a short, suits you me on the 1 hour. Yeah, but look at that. It's not much confirmation on that in the 1 hour. But I take your point. I wouldn't touch it, but I take your point. But I'd rather be shorting this than buying it, but I want to get a better entry. But I take your point. 1 ounce is sort of hinted at a head and shoulders at this level here. But then again, not much follow through. Well, 1 ounce had, what was it now? 20 pips before the buyers came back in again. Covers your costs and the buyers coming in again. I'm totally on your side there, Zeth. So I've been saying, please don't try and force it. That's what I was saying. Maybe this morning we should have done some chit chat on stuff or whatever, rather than trying to force trades. As it turned out, Gerard overrode that, and well done, Gerard. It would be quite good. But again, I personally wouldn't do it. If you want it, as I say, you can. I'm not. Got Burton Wednesday, trying to play with these fundies. I've learned the lesson. I'll wait till Monday. Again, well put, Sean. If you find a momentum trade, grab it, watch it, and if it starts to turn, get out of it. There you are. $104.40 on the dollar. It's still falling. So finally, if you're still there, yes, you are. Yeah, looks like the 104 is very much on the cards, as you mentioned yesterday. Well, it's only coming up to 11 o'clock. For once, I can say I'm not sorry to see that. Usually I forget it's 11 o'clock with other stuff going on. For once, I'm actually quite pleased to see 11 o'clock. It's like this, it is not fun. Absolutely, Zeth. Absolutely. That's why I say, what do you think? Well, I think man's going to land on Mars in 3 years' time. Doesn't mean anything, yeah? Yeah. Often nickname that Roger Rabbit because it rhymes. Eh? Run, 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 Roger, run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Yeah. It's a bit young to know that one, Sean. I'll have to be honest, guys, a little bit old to behave like a rabbit does in the normal famous sense, but maybe we should move along from that comment. Is it? Okay, let's look at the WhatsApp picture. I thought you might be in the late 20s or 30 or something. Okay, I've run out of steam. I'm not going to try any more. I've answered any questions you might have, but I'm trying to leave it, and then we'll relook on Monday, and hopefully get some bargains and get that my brand name back in place. And get you guys making some decent money. Any knocks you take the last couple of days, put it behind and see if we can get it going again on Monday. Okay. And enjoy, of course, try and enjoy the weekend. Yeah. I'm going to see, what's his name? Rocksmouth, Johnny Rocksmouth tonight. He's appearing at a restaurant we go to. So I'm going to see him. I don't know if you've heard him, he's a local singer. So enjoy that. Okay, guys, I don't want to push anymore. I'm sorry it's been a bit of a lackluster trading room today, but stick with it. We do have brilliant ones as well. Okay. Thank you very much for your support, as usual. No, Gerard, my guess is I don't know. I guess if you want, but then it doesn't mean anything, you know what I mean? Okay, guys, catch you. And yourself. Thanks very much for your support, as always. Brilliant. Will do, John. Will do, guys. See you Monday. Cheers. Go kill the NF. Thanks for